navigating passion and profession together. Right? 8 years ago, I stood at a crossroad. Should I pursue my childhood dream of being a well-known face in the fashion industry, or should I continue to focus to get admission in a top-tier MBA college and finally get placements? Surprisingly, and with a lot of hard work, I was able to do both. But more on that later. Let's first talk about why is passion even important? Or what does it give to you in return when you put so much effort in the balance? Okay, now for me, passion can be defined as a feeling. A feeling you get when you work towards something very hard and you get a sense of joy in return. It's a feeling of doing something which gives you a sense of being yourself. It helps to connect back to your origins, to where you originate from, and to the feeling you get when you express yourself the way you are. A lot of studies have consistently proven that there is a high intercorrelation between happiness and passion. Individuals who pursue their passion are supposed to have very good sustained psychological well-being. They are much happier in life, they are satisfied with life, and they continue to not have burnouts in spite of working their heart out. So, bottom line, we all know passion is important. Forget about anyone else, just yourself. If I ask 10-year-old you, who would you want to be when you grow up? I would get all the answers such as, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be an artist, I want to be a painter, I want to be in fashion industry, I want to be an actress, I want to be a dancer. But as you grow up, suddenly this passion trails away. You let loose of yourself and you start focusing on preparing yourself for masters, for bachelors, for profession, for consulting, for finance, and so on and so forth. Why does that happen? Why do we do it? There are so many examples, right? For example, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, do you know he was a part-time DJ under the name of DJ Soul? In fact, his first album in 2018 made it to the Billboard 100 top for that week. So there are plenty of examples of individuals who are able to balance it. Yet, generally, a common student is not able to balance their passion and profession. Why? There are 2-3 reasons why that happens. You can say, I have limited time. I'm preparing for my class. I'm going to my placement prep. After that, you expect me to give time to my profession? No, I don't have it. What are the second examples that are quoted? Second example quoted is lack of energy. I hardly get time to sleep. I'm juggling 7 case competitions, 8 extempores in order to get CV points. I'm in 10 societies. I don't even get time to sleep. You expect me to follow my passion? I don't have time or energy for it. Or is it fear? Fear of loss. What if I give 2 hours to dancing and that leads to me not getting admission in TEDxIIMLucknow because I'm not able to score good in CAT? What if I give 2 hours to football and suddenly my college scores deplete? Or is it loss of uncertainty? If I am not able to become a national sports player in order to pursue my passion, how would I support my family? How would I give them back? There are all of these uncertainties, and believe me, I have faced all of it. As a student from a tier 3 city, I was always told to focus on academics. When I joined SRCC, my class competition directly was Sarthak Agarwal, a prodigy who secured 499 out of 500 in our 12th board examination, and I was directly competing with him for placements, for SRCC IR rank, and everything else. I had a lot of fear to pursue anything outside of focusing on my education and SRCC activities. I also had lack of energy, honestly. When I told my seniors about my CV pointers, they said, you are not a school captain, you have not done internships, you don't have a lot of societies or competitions during your school career. Who would shortlist this? You need to build CV points. And therefore, I was hustling and running around, trying to secure those CV points so that I can get placed. And therefore, I was just drained of energy. And all of this fear eventually led to me letting go of my passion. As a child, I really was excited to go to Delhi because it's supposed to be the fashion capital of India. There were all these competitions like Times Face of India India, Miss India, etc. And I always wanted to participate, but I let go of it all. But then what changed? I went back home and my mother, after first year of being in SRCC, she saw me and she saw me drained. She calls me Gudda and she went, Gudda, you don't really look like yourself. I have bought some paints for you because I know you love painting and you're back home for 1 week, so maybe you'd like to paint. Also, I know how much you love to shop from Delhi, so show me all the looks you wear to college. And it suddenly made me realize, oh my god, I'm not the same person I wanted to be. I'm not true to myself. I'm not getting the feeling that I am standing in the right shoes. And I could just see the trail of my path of passion getting away. And that's when I decided, no matter what, I'm going to pursue my passion for modeling. So in my second year of SRCC, after I went back from home back to Delhi, I decided to apply for Miss India Elite. And to my surprise, I was crowned as Miss India Elite 2017. And that also helped me groom myself in the fashion industry. But this was just the start, just the start. You need to exercise daily, the diet needs to be better. There is so much hard work that goes into maintaining your hair, your skin, your body, everything else in order to pursue modeling. And I just started my CAT prep because I'm sure those who started their CAT prep in undergrad understand that in second year you start preparing for CAT. So I was juggling that, plus I was trying to get my placements in SRCC sorted in the coming third year. So I was again building all those CV points. And so I asked myself, if I'm really passionate about modeling and I want to give it a fair shot, what do I need to change? How do I change my lifestyle? How do I balance it? I had no mentor from the same field. I felt lost, completely lost. And I could not just go to someone and ask them, I want to pursue this unconventional path. What do I do? And therefore, I created a framework, a method all by myself. And that method is based on 4 building blocks. Number 1 of the building block was non-negotiable. This is the amount of time I was giving to SRCC and CAT prep on a daily basis, which I was not willing to give to any other thing. This was my non-negotiable, non-passion related task that I had to do. Number 2, non-value-added activities. These are the activities which to me were not personally fulfilling. They were not really helping me in a lot of personal growth. For example, playing with my dog is a value-added activity. But being a part of 10 societies just to get a passive CV point is a non-value-added activity for me. Then I also made a list of new essentials. New essentials is the amount of time I need to give in order to pursue my passion. For example, 1 hour of daily kickboxing, 1 hour of ramp walk grooming, 1 hour of applying to all the modeling applications, and so on and so forth. Eventually, I tried to replace all my non-value add with my new essentials. And finally, in order to focus on the right path, I understood what my nirvana in modeling is, what my inner impulse is, and I realized I don't really like photo shoots. I don't want to spend time there. I would rather do something which I really like, which is ramp walk, shows. And therefore, I only pursued ramp shows. I was super strict into going into that state of nirvana. And eventually, using this 4-part framework, I was able to succeed, right? I even worked for Lakme Fashion Week, India Couture Week. Everything was going great. I was working with celebrities, really felt on the 7th cloud. In fact, in SRCC, I ended up scoring at Institute rank 5. So everything was going very well. I even got a good placement. Eventually, I secured an admission at IIM. And obviously, as you continue in life, the path to pursue passion becomes more and more. So, from the fashion capital of India, I went to Ahmedabad, which is like 2 hours away from Bombay, 2 hours away by flight from Delhi. And I was just not able to give as much time because I suddenly felt this pressure of, there is no second chance. I'm here at Ahmedabad. If I'm not able to grasp the best placement, there is no coming back. No coming back at all. I felt that pressure. And my parents, because I was a fresher, I didn't have any income, my parents were under the burden of paying the interest loan, and I had to get them out of it, I had to give them back. And therefore, for a few months, I again just got lost in the hustle and bustle of MBA life. I was again struggling to join some societies so that I can get CV points. I was applying for tens and tens of case competitions so that I can get some consulting shortlist, and so on and so forth. There were group projects, and of course, in the group project, everyone has to contribute. The life was getting crazy, and I was again just losing sight of what I wanted to do. But I again asked myself, am I still passionate about modeling? And the answer was yes, I am still passionate about modeling. And while it is difficult, I still continue to pursue the same. This is from Ahmedabad. So now, there was another thing that I added to my non-value adds, the second bucket, which was trade-offs. I had to do the trade-offs, and I need to have the guts to make those trade-offs. What were those trade-offs? I am not going to participate in any intersection competitions, inter-IIM competitions. I'm not going to be part of any college societies. I'm not going to pursue a lot of competitions just because I want the placement. I want to balance my modeling along with all of this. So of course the trade-offs became steeper. However, I still had the courage to go on. In fact, I even let go of my student exchange program, which was like, that was really bad. That felt bad because I had to stay back, go to Mumbai, try for commercials for a few months rather than going and enjoying my life in the student exchange program before my corporate life. But I still made those trade-offs, and again, eventually it started showing results. I worked for Manish Malhotra, I was in magazines, I was in newspapers, life was good. And by the way, the CV points that modeling gave me, more than enough covered for the CV points that I lost. So of course I had all these fears. Would a company even shortlist me if I have no case competitions, finance competitions? The answer is yes. Because even they realize when you pursue something with all your heart and you finally accomplish what you want to be, the confidence, the sense of belonging that you have is so much higher that as an individual you grow. So I grew and I was able to achieve all of this. It felt extremely good, but of course the trade-offs kept on becoming steeper and steeper. How did they become steeper? Number one, after joining my corporate life, I realized I no more like modeling. And that made me realize passions change, passions evolve. What I need to ensure is I keep pursuing my primary passion even if they evolve. Suddenly my passion from modeling changed to content creation. And I started giving time to my LinkedIn, to my Instagram. Again, I had a limited amount of time and I had to ensure that I'm growing in the corporate role that I'm in. So how did I balance it both? I'll first talk about the result. The result was that I was able to get 500k plus subscribers and followers across my social media platform. I recently got married, so now I have those added family obligations and I love it. But of course, it is a time commitment I want to give. And therefore, I just realized that again the time is slipping away from me. And to my framework, I added another thing that helped me mesh it all together, which is interlinkages. So I have all my 4 blocks which continue, but I now have interlinkages. What I mean by interlinkages? These are small ways in which we can connect our passion and profession. For example, for me, I started taking a lot of sales and branding related projects just to feel connected to building an identity, a personal brand, which helps in content creation a lot. Number 2, I started taking a lot of Europe and US based projects which helped me to travel, and traveling was a direct way of content creation. So none of these opportunities, by the way, came my way. I had to pull them, I had to snatch them, I had to grab them, and therefore I had to think about how do I connect these interlinkages. Overall, this has really helped me now finally where I'm at a stage where I'm able to manage my content creation and I'm able to manage my passion. A lot of my associates ask me, how do you upload something on a Thursday? Thursday, every firm has a steering committee in which you have to present yourself, and as a manager, that day you are screwed. You're running away, preparing presentations, preparing speaker notes, etc. And I tell them that's because I sit on Sunday and I plan my 5 days of content in advance. I give my Saturday, Sunday to it. And is it difficult? Of course, because sometimes it takes a mental toll. I mean, there are days I just want to sleep. And I don't want to wake up, I don't want to create content, I don't want to work in my profession, I just want to sleep. And I let my body relax. I give myself small breaks, I give myself a lot of small getaways so that I'm able to recoup and again come back stronger both in my passion and profession. And that's how the story of me has been till date. So, in the end, I want to leave all of you with 3 questions. Maybe the framework is applicable to you directly. Maybe you need to change the framework a bit. I'm sure if I take a step back, all the non-negotiables for you would be preparing for the CV, preparing for some of the important case competitions, maybe your primary college societies, of course your classes and the prep for the classes, right? But what are the non-value adds? What is something that you're doing currently which you're just doing for the sake of it? And you know it's not like you're going to excel at it, but you're just doing it as a safe point in order to not make a trade-off. What are the gut in you which says that so and so trade-off can be made? Ask yourself that. Similarly, just ask yourself what are the new essentials in your life. Is it 2 hours of Frisbee? Is it 2 hours of PS5? What is the new essential that you want to do? And eventually just replace this and start looking at the interlinkages. Believe me, it will start coming to you. It will get together. The start of the road would be difficult, but in case you have a good support system, you have a strong mind, I also suggest meditating a bit. Like meditation has really started helping me to concentrate and improve my overall well-being. Those are some of the ways in which you can start pursuing your passion. And ask yourself these 3 questions. Was there a project I was passionate about but I did not pursue? Am I still passionate about it? And what change would I need in my lifestyle to continue to pursue that passion? That's all from me. Thank you, everyone.